Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Facebook group and expressing interest in my teaching classes. I've been a little bit overwhelmed with the response. We've had over 150 new members overnight. So it's took me a little bit of time to get this video going and working to make sure that it works for everyone that's interested in taking part. So this is basically a repeat of the session I did on Monday, which was a get to know me and how to get involved, as well as looking at a couple of extra details that people have asked as we've been going along. First of all, I think it's important for you guys to know who I am to make sure that it's worthwhile you guys investing in the lesson. So I'm Nathan Doran, I'm 20 years old. I was born in Cumbria in the Lake District. I moved to the Isle of Wight when I was very young. I went to high school and sixth form on the Isle of Wight to study for my GCSEs and A-levels. I went to university in London at St Mary's University to study to be a primary school teacher. And here we are now doing this. Okay, so for the sessions, we will be using a platform called Zoom, which is what I'm using to record this meeting for you. It allows me to have my face and you guys have your faces when you join, but it also allows me to have a PowerPoint running alongside the video. This is available online on the App Store or on Google Play. So whatever platform you're using, this is what you should be looking for when downloading or accessing Zoom. On any Apple device, it should look like this when you first open the app. And when you join a meeting, this is what you'll get. And we'll come to how to join the sessions a little bit later on in the PowerPoint. On any Android device, this is what it should look like when you first open the app. And this is what it should look like when you go to join a meeting. Again, we'll go through a little bit later on how to join each session. So how to get Zoom. If anyone is interested, apologies for my dog Stanley barking there. I've just took him out of the room and resumed the video. Okay, so how to get Zoom. So if anyone is interested in joining the online classes, you will need to download Zoom, as this is the only platform I will be using to share the classes. As I said, it is available to download from the App Store, Google Play, or you can download it online. It works perfectly on a mobile phone, a tablet, laptop. It works on any device, basically. So whatever you've got, it should be fine. You need to sign up for free using an email address that you have access to, and you need to make sure that you go into your emails to verify this, and then you're ready to go. I will post the code and password for joining each class on the Facebook group every Monday and Wednesday at around 10:50 for an 11 AM start. I haven't quite figured out yet how to have the same code and password for each session. I'm looking into this because that would be a lot easier. So as it stands, just check the group every Monday and Wednesday when the sessions will be running at around 10:50 for a code and password to join. There will be a prompt 11 AM start, as each session can only be 40 minutes long due to the free server that I'm on. So I will be starting at 11 AM. Feel free to join throughout. It just means I won't be able to go back to the start. Okay, so yeah, so as I'm using the free version, I can only have up to 100 people per class as well. So it's important that if you do want to take part, you're there ready to go and you join quite promptly. And if more people express an interest or message me to say they were unable to join, then I may ask for a small donation to upgrade to a premium account, therefore allow more people per class. But this is something that I'll look at later down the line. After the first couple of sessions, we'll see how many people would like to join. Okay, so what I would recommend you do as well before joining the session tomorrow morning is to download Zoom and just have a quick run through yourself to see the different features, how to join a session. Maybe you could ask a friend or someone in your house to also download Zoom. You can have a go at joining the session just to get your head around how it works. There are different things you can do, such as react. There's little thumbs up and clapping you can send. There is an option where you can raise your hand, and in the corner of the video, a little hand will pop up. That shows me that you've got a question. I can stop the PowerPoint and address your question or something you might be struggling with. And there's a few various things you can do. There are options to annotate the slide, but I will disable that as I just don't want people accidentally scribbling all over the slides as we're going through. And there is also a chat section, almost like an online messaging forum, where you can type messages and they'll pop up on my screen, and again I can answer them that way. And it's up to you. If you have your camera and microphone on, you can just come on as a tile with your name on, and you can just watch, and you can send messages via the online chat if you're not comfortable having your video, your camera and your microphone on. I'm easy either way, it doesn't bother me. Okay, so I think, again, it's important for you guys to understand why I'm doing this. So it's important that we stick together in these times of hardship. It is something that not many of us have ever experienced before, and I think it's important that we stick together to show solidarity in this. It's a good way for people to stay connected during this lonely time. I'm aware that some people might just be stuck at home with just their children, which for some will be a blessing, others it may be a nightmare. But either way, it's important that we stay connected to each other, especially after the new announcements last night. It gives me something to focus on during this unusual time. I've never had this much free time before as a teacher and studying at university. There's usually always something to do. I'm now left with quite a big gap of nothing. So I just thought this would be a constructive way for me to use my time. My final placement was cancelled, so I was due to be in school at the moment doing this sort of thing, teaching classes. However, all schools have closed and my placement was suspended indefinitely. So again, it was just a good way for me to carry on my practice and developing my own skills as a teacher. I do feel that I have a skill to offer that may help others out, which again, I think is important. As you can see on the Facebook group, there are a lot of people coming forward with something valuable they may be able to offer, which I think is really good and nice. And I love teaching. It's something that I have a passion for. I wouldn't be in this profession if I didn't enjoy doing it. So therefore, this is a good way for me to keep up that love. So what will we be doing? So there will be online interactive teaching sessions, and this is the plan. So the aim is to have short 30-minute lessons twice a week to begin with. If it's more popular, I may upgrade to 3 or 4 lessons a week. I'll aim to cover all the subjects in the primary national curriculum, including science, history, music, geography, RE, PE, computing, design and technology, art, MFL or modern foreign languages, and PSHE, which is physical, social, emotional, and economic education, I believe, but I will double check that one for you. The MFL, modern foreign languages, will be French, as Spanish is not my remit, and I know a little bit of basic French, so that's what we'll be doing. And a couple of the other sessions, particularly design and technology and PE, will be interactive, so it's up to you whether you join in as we go, or I will just do it and you can watch it back later and do it with your children. And a lot of them will have short experiments or access to websites or resources that I'll send to you that you can do as we're going through the session or after the session is finished if you'd like to visit later on. Those of you with a keen eye will have noticed that there was no maths and English on there. It's slightly harder to tailor this to suit a wide range of ages, which I am anticipating to have each class. So therefore, I suggest that parents or children with parents' permission send me a message to cover general things in videos, or I can privately message you to help out with certain tasks, as it is basically impossible to suit maths and English lessons to all the different ages in primary school. So just reiterating, the sessions will start at 11 AM each Monday and Wednesday, and I will send the code and password to the Facebook group at around 10:50 AM. You may want to pause the video here to have a look at the sessions that are coming up, decide if you want to tune in for all of them. You can pick and choose which ones you want. But I'm not going to run through them all, apart from the first one, which is tomorrow morning. It will be science. It will be based around the digestive system. There'll be an interactive PowerPoint, a couple of bits where you can stop and chat to each other. If you send me your emails, I'll send out any resources I'm going to use. And there will be a little experiment at the end that you can watch me do and then go away and do yourselves, as I'm sure most of you will have what is needed just lying around the house. I'm also happy to add in anything you guys want to the beginning or end of sessions or extra videos throughout the week, anything that might be relevant to everybody or anything that you feel a lot of children have a real passion for. I'm happy to add those in as well. So the session on Wednesday, as I've already said, start at 11 AM. I'll send the code and password to the Facebook group. It will be about the digestive system, including an experiment. I'll send over any resources to your emails before Wednesday, so you need to send your emails to me promptly by 5 PM tonight to receive those resources, including the PowerPoint that we will be using. And it's up to you whether you do the extra resources or homework, as some people are calling them. I'm just trying to make it the best experience for all, and it's up to you how much you sort of take away from it. You can either just tune in for the video and that can be enough, or you can do the extra little resources and things like that and use the websites. It's up to you guys. So if you haven't already, please send your email and please do so using either my phone number. Please just leave on the bottom or the top who you are and how many children you may expect to be watching the video. My email address, again, same thing, please, or via Facebook. And please use the Facebook group Schools Out for a pretty long time to also post any questions and stay connected. It's also worth noting there are a lot of experienced teachers and friendly people in the community that are posting relevant information on that group as well, on other access to resources. For example, there is another person on the group who is offering science tuition for small donations or free, I believe. So that's something that some people might want to be interested in. And there's also wider schemes like Joe Wicks running PE classes every weekday at 9 AM on his YouTube channel, famous celebrities and people in the education sector offering their services for free or discounted rates during this time. So please keep an eye on that Facebook group for all updates surrounding education. So overall, the lessons will be fun, interactive, and a good way for you parents to see what goes on when your children are at school, or in my classrooms anyway. They will be relaxed, they won't be too formal. I won't be wearing a shirt and tie like I normally do. Obviously, maybe don't come in your pajamas, but it's not a strict thing. And the behaviour expectations are pretty much the same as a normal classroom. I just expect you to be quiet and listening whilst I'm talking, respect each other. If you have a question, either stop me at an appropriate time or use the little hand emote which comes up in the corner to raise awareness to me that you have a question. But just generally, just respect each other. We're all here for fun. It's not, going to be like a normal classroom. And at the end of the day, I'm still getting used to this service as well. So there will be a couple of hiccups along the way, but we'll get through it together. If you have any questions, please post them below the video in the group. And me or another admin will answer them as promptly and as best as we can, as soon as possible. Please feel free to message either myself or one of the other admins if you don't feel comfortable posting on the large Facebook group. Either or is fine. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope to see as many of you as possible tomorrow.